Yo, 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 yo. What's up, people? We is back. We is back. Another day on Keep It G News. Today I switched it up, y'all. Everybody keep talking about, yo, why you don't do this, that, and the third. So today I switched it up to show y'all what I've been talking about when it come down to YouTube and how they operate. Lil Juan. Lil Juan. What's happening with you? What's up, people? What up? Make sure everybody good. Cue the Don. Cue the motherfucking Don. Hey, yo, today though, we got a good one though, y'all. I told y'all yesterday that I was gonna get them documents, get that paperwork. Because I don't like going off of just snippets. You know, when this paperwork stuff come out, I want to have all the paperwork. Like, I ain't really into the snippets. So, yo, we going to dibble and dab in the paperwork of Diddy's. See what's going on with that situation. Charleston White lawyer speaks. Has some things to say. You know. Then we got Traplore Ross. Got pressed. Not by Tay Savage, who turned out to be a goofy. But by one of them young boys, man. I don't think the young boy playing. I don't think these young boys even know about a play. You heard me? Let me make sure. Let me know if y'all can hear or not, too, y'all. Make sure y'all can hear. Hold up. Another one. Diddy sued by a woman claimed he armed her with a TV remote after she accused him of being involved. After she accused him of being involved with Tupac's death. Yo, this shit just don't stop. Hold up, y'all. Let me fix my screen, man. This don't stop, y'all. For real. Let's see what this about right here. Let's see this about right here. TMZ reports the disgraced rap mogul is being sued by Ashley Parham, who claims she met him in 2018 over a FaceTime call after meeting him through a friend. Who's the friend? Nobody knows. She allegedly told him she wasn't impressed and insinuated that he may have had something to do with the death of Pac. Following this interaction, she claims Diddy told her she would pay for the death. What? Following that interaction, she claims Diddy told her she would pay for the disc. Then a month later, she was allegedly set up by a friend she met at a bar. She claims she met up with the man at his California home, and upon arriving, Diddy allegedly held a knife up to her face. What the fuck? Upon arriving, Diddy allegedly held a knife up to her face out of retaliation of a Tupac comment. Come on, y'all. Ah, goodness gracious. According to TMZ, Parham claims Diddy took off her clothes, removed the knife from her face, and then got a bottle of liquid from a fanny pack and covered her body in liquid. Then she claims Diddy tried to insert an IUD inside her, but it didn't work. So he proceeded to R her with a TV remote. Yo, what the fuck is this, y'all? Like, yo, these lawsuits is getting more bizarre by the day. Following being assaulted with the remote, she claims Diddy allegedly anally R'd her and instructed two other men to do the same. She also claims another man at the site R'd her too. Following this, she alleged Diddy and his posse went to the backyard to smoke weed and cigarettes. After recovering from the alleged assault, she said she approached Diddy wearing a big shirt and a knife. Eventually was able to leave. What? She approached Diddy wearing a big shirt and knife, and eventually was able to leave after Diddy allegedly called his mother to convince her not to press charges. Yo, what the fuck is that? Yo, did that even make sense to people? Willie Bell, what it is? What's up, G, man? Yo, these Diddy lawsuits is out of control, man. Out of control. Hold up, though, yo. So, we all saying the Lord play that Traplore Ross ran with Tay Savage. But it's a young boy from that Bloodhound crew ain't playing no games. Check him out. Robert. Shorty say he need them ends. Now, I think this man came to a peaceful resolution because Traplore Ross reached out the dude. So Shorty Robert say send me 500. He said, I can't do that, man. It don't feel right. I don't want the money to go to funding the war in perks. I'm going to do something positive for the city instead. Yo, this man said, yo, he don't want the money going to war in perks, y'all. That just lets you know what a lot of these people think, y'all. Like, they want to make money off the culture. They want to do videos on these guys, but they think the fucking least of them. They think the least of them. So let's see what he did. Create real economic destiny. Chicago Creed. Thank you, Traplore Ross, for supporting our organization. You donated $500 to Chicago Creed. You'll get an email copy of this in your inbox as well. Honor, remember someone with a gift. Honor. Who do you with to honor? Relvert. Yo, this shit is insane. We need to stop the violence and spread positivity for money, not perks. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, these people, yo, they make a mockery out these boys in Chicago. And it's gonna keep happening as long as you got people. So Shorty responded, said, I just made Traplore Ross goofy ass donate 500. You owe us 10K a month. Now they trying to extort him. He trying to extort the man. Ty, what's up? He said you can't hear. All right, hold up. I got y'all. Hold on. You can hear me, though. That wasn't nothing to hear right there. So you couldn't even hear what Shorty had to say? Let me fix that. My bad. See, that's why I don't like going live this way, y'all. I don't really know how to work all this stuff. All right, so this is what Shorty had to say. Let me go back.
Trap Rocks, whatever the fuck your name is, boy, look, I don't give no fuck about none of that other shit, dude. Folk, you making all this bread off us, folk. Your ass, oh, boy. I'm fucking gonna have to come catch you. You owe the game, boy. You owe us, boy. Putting our name in anything for you. Oh, I'm looking at this shit, folk. You gotta reach out to me, boy, before we fuck you up, boy. Ain't nobody playing, boy. We gonna fuck you up. We need that. I ain't doing no playing with you, dude. Get at me right now, boy. Your ass gotta pay something for you wanna put all our names and all this hot ass goofy ass shit. Like, this ain't our life, boy. Like, boy, you do know what you'll do to you, boy? We need them ends. You ain't got long to respond to this shit. You need them ends. Hey, Trap, bro.
No, Ty, I always had this, yo, but you see what they do to the numbers. Look at the numbers. This is why I don't go live this way. For some reason, whenever I go live using the streaming app, YouTube sends the least amount of people it can possibly send in here. That's why I use my phone, yo. And that's why I've been explaining to people the reason why I use my phone is because this the type of games they play when I use the streaming apps. I don't know why it's like that. I think maybe YouTube gotta share something with them. I don't know what it is. But this is why I use my phone when I go live, because YouTube dictate the numbers. They dictate the numbers. Yo, but it's a shame, yo. And matter of fact, let me go back to this video. That's why I was saying what Shorty did, Tay Savage, that shit was so fucking goofy. It was so goofy, yo. Like, cause what them boys doing ain't right. It's sucker shit. It's not right. They milking the culture, but they gonna continue to milk the culture as long as you got this. As long as you got niggas that's willing to do that, they gonna keep playing. It ain't never gonna stop. Because you always gonna have people willing to sell out. Shit is never gonna stop, yo. It's never gonna stop. Meanwhile, it's people that really feel some type of way. But guys like him, Tay Savage, that's a clout chaser to the max, he don't give a fuck. He'll do another skit with him. Meanwhile, niggas really feel some type of way. You really see Tay Savage not active. And at the end of the day, you know, it's the drill rappers' fault. We already know that, but we know they ignorant. We know they chasing clout. We get all that. I'm talking about the blogger. It's really people that feel some type of way about how they handle that shit, man. For real. But it's never going to be taken serious as long as you got a Tay Savage, you know, that'll link up with the dude after the dude implicating them in crimes and all that other goofy shit he did to other people. Like, yo, niggas don't be standing on nothing. That's why niggas don't get no respect. We don't stand on that. Niggas don't deserve respect. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all this too, y'all.
Tell Keem holla at me. And I'm about to go see academics here soon. Straight up. Number love for this white boy. I'll be making his way, my nigga. Look, I really do.
Another example.
I don't wish nothing bad on the channel. I don't wish him anything in any type of bad situation or light. But my nigga, remember that you playing with street niggas, bro. And you expecting us to act a certain way or act professional and talk about who's being inappropriate. Nigga, you put your ass in our face, homie. Some real niggas with a fucking thong on. And you gonna talk about what's inappropriate.
He's crazy, man.
Couldn't have said half of what you think I said to them chicks What
Yo,
you
the
did
man-
to some grown-ass men.
The man walked around with a fucking thong on in front of them boys, man. Like, yo, these, like, yo, you can't talk about it now, Sharp. It was all fine and dandy when he was paying you. Now he ain't trying to pay you. Now he phasing you out. Now it's a problem. Like, yo, these guys are an issue.
That's for sure. And let's be real. Said that shit about Dejan, man. I knew. I don't know. God gave me an intuition. Some shit happened the way it happened. And that ain't even me, like, saying nothing for no jumper, because shit, I thought I was still a part of no jumper at that time. I'm like, shit, it's still love. But I'm like, fuck. Shit, Dejan, nigga, y'all playing with him too much. And, like, just some shit pop off. Now, look, that shit was crazy. That nigga put ass cheeks in our face. He did all types of weird ass shit. And I ain't knocking you, church. I get it. You try to do it to be funny or whatever. But I don't be with none of that shit.
Look, but he ain't knocking him, though.
But I get to working.
You is knocking him, yo. Like, yo, these people, like, yo, it's like they try to hold him accountable, but then cop a deuce at the same time. That's the same thing I just got on the boy Flame about. Adam, you my man, but, like, yo, if you got something to say about him, yo, say it, yo. We don't need to hear all the extra shit. That's why y'all boys don't get no respect. And when it come down to Adam 22, who said that in the comments, yo? California opened that door, man. You know what I mean? It's people, I seen a California blogger talking about what he doing in Chicago. Yo, but California opened that door. Even though that shit to California first.
Environment you done placed us all in. Talking about what's professional.
Yeah, Ty, yeah, that was you, Ty.
Nigga, I'm doing a fucking interview on this in this room. Y'all fucking in the next. Hey man, I get it, cause I come from, hey look, I ain't knocked you not one bit, nigga. Don't ever act like I done did somebody from your squad something dirty. The fuck is wrong?
Joe said they doing an interview in one room, and in the other room they having sex. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all boys is crazy. Y'all wouldn't accept anything. Any level of disrespect. Any level of discomfort. Man, I don't be trying to hear that shit from them, man. For real. I really don't. Them niggas on clown time. They might as well paint their face. Might as well paint their face for real. But y'all, Charleston White, y'all. Remember we talked about Charleston White getting locked up? Well, first I thought he didn't get locked up because he played so many games. And I don't trust nothing about him. But his lawyer spoke. And this is what she had to say.
Hi guys, I am Charleston White's friend, attorney Kim T. Cole. You've probably heard him mention me on a few of his old videos. Anyhow, I had a long visit with Charleston.
Straight up, Ty.
And he requested that I hop on here for a sec to clear the air. Because there are a lot of rumors, misinformation, disinformation, and outright lies regarding his arrest. So, I wanted to make one thing abundantly clear. There are no new charges. Period. These are not new charges.
It's supposed to be Charleston
These are
White lawyer.
Same old bogus charges from last year for which Charleston has adamantly proclaimed his innocence. Okay? Got it. So, with that being said, allow me to explain why Charleston was arrested on Thursday. When these charges were originally filed last year and Charleston was arrested, he posted bail. Well, if you know anything about our system, if you're out on bail, you are subject to certain terms and conditions for your release. Thursday, Charleston was arrested for allegedly violating the terms of his release.
What'd he do?
That's it. Not any new charges. Okay, good. We got that understood. No new charges.
Charleston White irresponsible, man. Like, it's crazy, y'all, that people respect this man like that. He can't even stay out of jail. Fuck you, 40. You 40 plus years old and can't stay out of jail. Let me show y'all another video of Charles White before we switch to Diddy. Look at this. Remember when I told y'all Charleston White this drill rappers to become one? Look at this shit. Prime example. Exhibit A, right here.
He went to a city, I'm not going to say the name, but Trump recently went to a city and got the word out around town to saying he wanted to take a picture with influencers or rappers, but they had to have jewelry on.
What city he did that in? Atlanta?
It was in Detroit.
They definitely
Why you
clowns.
didn't want to say Detroit?
I didn't want to put no rapper name out there, but it was just
Pharrell,
like
what's up?
Trump was looking for a certain image to take a picture with.
Real? How you wrong for looking for the real? Especially in
Clemson.
politics. You got to keep in mind, Trump is not a politician. So he's gonna do things that's unorthodox. He's a businessman. He's not a politician. All of them are politicians. He's the only one that's not a politician. So why wouldn't he go with the real? When he been with the real niggas, you want me to give you a lineup? Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, Tony Yayo, Lil Jon, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Lou Alcindor. I go on and on. Rosa Parks. This man been taking pictures with all these prominent people forever. Michael Jackson, Shabba Ranks. Nigga, I got a picture of Trump and Shabba Ranks. So what's wrong with it going to the town looking out for all the real? They got the jewelry on and thing, man.
Look,
So we can stand.
check him out,
Talk to
yo.
the player, man.
Check him out. Charleston White, this the rap is to become one. Look at this nigga, y'all. Yo, this is a motherfucking far cry from the guy that we seen talking to them police them times with the motherfucking, with the dumbass, whatever the fuck he had in his head. Look at this nigga, y'all.
Why me in the play?
Range, chains. Like, yo, this nigga's a fucking con artist. I can't believe motherfuckers still fuck. Yo, this nigga's a fucking con artist, man. How did he talk so bad about the rappers and then do this?
Get together, niggas, style and profile.
Check him out.
And yeah.
Man, that boy's a fucking fraud, man. I'd be glad. I don't even think they're giving Charleston White no bail either this time. You know, they do that to their rat show. Y'all gotta remember that. Sometimes, you know, especially if they start getting out of line, information start getting scarce. Yeah, they lock them up for a few, just to let them know we still in control. So look, y'all, people got something to say about the BET Awards. So they did the BET Awards at a club. The Hip Hop Awards should have been on TV this year. They did the BET Awards at a nightclub. I haven't watched the BET Awards in probably 15 years. I don't know who's still even watching for real. Toya Brother says Wayne could have done more for his family. Check this out.
I'm not blaming nobody, bro, but I ain't gonna change lives, bro. The gift it is, me and my family is. We ain't just talking about Wayne. We talking about me, my brothers, my sisters. If I would have had the relationship that I should have had with Wayne, bro, and I'm not saying I'm trying to take away anything that
For
God
real, me either,
allowed
Jarrell.
and controlled to happen, but I can see as far as changing our situations, bro. That shouldn't have to been in the streets. And you can't just say that they was grown men and they made their choices, you feel me saying? But sometimes God put people in position so they could be in position for other people. To my little sister Talia, I love her, you know, everything in me. Even Wayne, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have nothing ill in my heart toward him. At the same time, you know, I do feel like some things happened to where when I was trying to achieve music or pursue music, you know, I had a little roadblock in my way.
This
bro,
Toya
you know what
brother,
I'm saying?
y'all.
And I'm not blaming nobody, bro, but I ain't
He's
gonna
saying
change lives.
Wayne could have done more for the family. Man, Wayne don't seem like the type. Wayne ain't that type of guy, man. What's up, Edward? Alright, so y'all let's get to this Diddy paperwork. Let's get to this Diddy paperwork, y'all. So yesterday, we got into the paperwork. I mean, we just read what the news showed us. But today we gonna get into the paperwork. Can y'all see this? Or do I gotta make it bigger? Sean Diddy Combs, Daddy's House Recording, Inc., Combs Global, Combs Enterprise, Bad Boy LLC, Bad Boy Productions, Bad Boy Bookings, Bad Boy Production Organization. Alright, so these are people that this person is suing. John Doe. This case sees both compensatory and punitive damages for aggravated sexual assault of plaintiff John Doe, which occurred at Macy's department store. The conduct described herein is violent and shockingly typical of how defendant Sean Combs conducted himself for many years. Matter of fact, no, I don't want to go there yet. Let's see if they'll let me play this without striking me. So, a woman that been to a Diddy party did an interview recently. She did an interview recently. Let's see if they let me play it. Let's check this out real quick. Then we'll get to the lawsuit. Hit that like button, y'all. Share the live. But yeah, see y'all, that's why I don't like going live with this, y'all, because they play with my numbers, man. I'd rather do it from my phone. I know it's a different type of experience. Down some traction when I go live from my computer. Hopefully they don't strike me. I can become my member. Geeking, yo. Hold on, man. Shit geeking. Hold on, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Hold up.
I literally took one sip of my beverage.
Hold on, y'all. I got too many tabs open. Way too many tabs open. Alright. That's pretty good now. Alright, so this woman right here, y'all say she went to a Diddy party. She did an interview a couple days ago with Daily Mail. Oh, these goddamn ads, goddamn.
I literally took one sip of my beverage and the whole side of my face felt like I had a stroke.
When I was at Diddy's parties, I met Diddy.
Just be aware, Diddy's the host and Diddy is the leader.
I'm Precious Muir. I'm from London, England. I'm a TV broadcaster and TV personality. Best known for being in The Circle, but it's not the only thing that I'm known for.
But I had like a whole 10-year career as a model in Manhattan, New York for my whole entire 20s. I was there in 2005. A lot of jobs that models got back then was networking. Back then, we didn't have the luxury of social media. We didn't have the luxury of Instagram where we could DM a brand directly. We had to rely on our manager, our booker, our agent, and if they didn't have those connections, we had to make those connections. And so going to parties was not even just an option, it was part of our job. I actually club promoter who basically was the person that helped organise a Diddy party. They would often shuttle us over in a shuttle bus or SUVs. I was nervous, I was excited, I couldn't believe I was invited, to be amongst these kind of people because I hadn't made a name for myself. I was still trying to establish myself in this industry. I wanted to make connections. And I was so young, I felt like I was just trying to figure out what to do with my career and how else to further my career otherwise. However many seats could hold, all these models to go to these parties, they just put us all in there and took us to the party. I was at a party that had a lot of entertainment.
Put them all in there and took them to the party.
Musicians, singers, rappers.
That sound like,
and I literally took one sip of my beverage and the whole side of my face felt like I had a stroke. I remember this like it was yesterday and
It's exactly what it is.
I just met these people.
People would slip stuff into the drinks that were out. So it might have been in the mixers, it might have been in like anything. So you had to be super careful. There's so many traps that you could fall into and you had to be aware of all of them. I mean, there was a lot of girls that didn't make it.
Yo, she said there was so many traps that you can fall into. She called them traps. Like, people, if you going to a Diddy party, you know what you're going. You can't call it a trap. You know what you're there for. Like, why are these people trying to act like she ain't know what she was there for? You trying to get into the industry. And some of these people, and she may have been one, maybe not, I don't know. But some of these people, y'all, they do anything they got to do to get their shot. You know what I mean? And like I said in previous videos, when you got people moving like that, can you blame the people that use that against them? Like, who is worse? The person that'll do anything for greed or fame or stardom or money, or the person that would use that against them? Like, I don't know how to determine that. Like, to me, they one and the same.
A lot of girls that gave up modeling. There was a lot of girls that went into therapy. There was a lot of girls that went into rehab. There was a lot of girls that just went home.
One thing that concerned me the most was seeing children. I was like, why would a parent, as much as it's a day party, as much as it's the Hamptons, like, why would you bring your child to something like this? There's a lot of girls that were there to try to impress people. They were hooking up on people, kissing, touching.
That's the thing about it, yo. Don't get me wrong. He probably got some freaky shit with him. Yo, but the man a billionaire, yo. The man ain't gotta force nothing on nobody. He ain't gotta do that. We ain't talking about a millionaire, we talking about a billionaire, we talking about a mogul. Yeah, he probably got some freaky shit with him. Yeah, he probably used his fame and influence over people. Most of them do. Yo, but he shouldn't be sitting there facing no life in prison for none of that type of shit. And these people that's willing to chase fame and do anything for it ain't victims. They ain't victims.
There was a lot of dancers performing, dancers around in different outfits and stuff like that. Like, this is not an atmosphere for children at all.
I think the Diddy parties, the later it got, the worse it got. So everybody's been drinking all day. Everyone's loosened up. Things got a bit more aggressive. Girls that looked like video vixens would arrive, shaped in a different way, so they had very big bums, big breasts, porn stars as well. And they would be grinding and dancing half naked all over the rappers. Extreme tension of sex around us. So those types of girls would do anything. There was parts of the house that you can go, more drug taking, more drinking. I did see girls hooking up, people having sex. I did see two men kissing. Like, that stuff did happen later towards the end of the evening. Like, that was around us. We saw that. We were like these little rabbits, and they were like these wolves that would surround you, and you felt like you were fresh meat. Yeah. You were watched a lot, like with your phone. So they'd be like, oh, don't.
You knew it, why is she talking like that? It was wolves all around us, and we felt like fresh. You were, and you knew you were. That's why you went there. You went there for that particular reason. You went there to be around stardom. You went there to be noticed. You went there to be chosen. Like, yo, why are people acting like, yo, it's not people in the world like that? You went there hoping you can run across somebody famous and they can make you a star overnight. Like, yo, come on, yo, can we be real? Like, yo, people is crazy, yo, that they can't be real about the situation, man. Right, but she ain't lead, though.
Take too many pictures and stuff like that, because this is a private setting. Yeah, security was quite on that. Don't take too many pictures, or, just capturing too much of what's going on here in the party. Like, very exclusive, very private. Because there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of big names there. It's a lot of big celebrities. I saw a lot of big celebrities at these parties. The first time I ever met Hugh Hefner, we took a picture and he groped my ass. That's in your mind forever. You feel like you're a form of entertainment, and it was uncomfortable. You don't want to upset them, because they had a way of trying to manipulate you to think, if you don't do what I say, I can ruin your career. So
you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Like, this is crazy to me, y'all. This is crazy to me, y'all. That's how they operate. Is it cool? Fuck no. I think it's sucker shit. But that's the game. That's the industry. And if you want to be in the industry, that's the game. Whether it's right or wrong, hey, I wouldn't do it. I don't respect it. But a lot of people with money move that way, especially in that industry. It's a lot of quid pro quo stuff going on, and you know this coming in the door. You know this coming in the door.
There's a lot of pressure on a young girl in a new place, and then you think, well, why do I have to do this to get there? Why can't I just do it the right way? It's when you start to participate in the drug taking, that is when things escalate into something different. When I was at Diddy's parties, I met Diddy. I met Cassie. He is a very unique individual. You can sense that he likes to be in control, and I don't think anyone really ever says no to him. I kept my distance because I met him not at only at his house in the Hamptons, but I also saw him a lot in Manhattan, in New York. And I was always concerned about rappers coming on to me, and I don't look like those girls with, with voluptuous I look like a girl. The drug taking was very, very casual. Hearing all the allegations and knowing the actual details of it all, I am disgusted, but I'm not surprised at all about the accusations that has come out against Diddy. The fact that it was filmed against the person's knowledge, I think is wrong. All these celebrities that were at these parties are still celebrities and very big names now.
And you just wanted just shot. Come on now, man. We ain't like, yo, this shit pissed me off, yo. Like I said, yo, I can't run into a motherfucking I can't run into a police station, yo, with a firearm, yo. And if I get shot, I can't claim victim, yo. I knew what the fuck I was doing. I knew this was a suicide mission when I went in that bitch. You feel me? If I run into a fucking police station, strapped down, straps out.
For Athlete's Foot, I recommend Lamisil because it works in three.
Victim of homicide. I came in there, I knew what I was getting myself into, just like these women. Just like them women. They knew what they was getting themselves into. And they chose to indulge. But what happens is their careers didn't materialize like they may have been told. That's where the problem lies. That's where the problem lies. I think that's what Jaguar Wright problem is. If Jaguar Wright would have been Beyonce right now, we wouldn't have heard nothing from her. Wouldn't have heard nothing from her. Alright, y'all, so this is one of the Diddy lawsuits. Why I keep doing that? United States District Court, Southern District of New York. Introduction. Let's get to what Diddy's supposed to did to this guy. Now, we read this yesterday, but it may be more details in this. Alright, so let's start right here. On the surface, each of these businesses served as a legitimate purpose related to entertainment, music, and other subjects, but in reality, Combs, by and through himself and his agents, employees, and contractors, used these businesses to sexually assault, abuse, threaten, and coerce hundreds of individuals through sexual quid pro quo. Yo, but that's the game, yo. See, and that's what I told y'all they was trying to do. They trying to sue Diddy for everything the industry been doing and still doing today. That's the messed up thing about this, yo. Like, if the suing of Diddy, if the takedown of Diddy was going to stop this completely, y'all might be for it. Yo, but it's not. It's not going to stop anything. It's still going to run like this. Like, yo, that's why it's bogus. Everybody know, yo, when you get, it's quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. What you going to do for me? You know what I mean? One hand wipe the other. What I say? One hand wipe the other, both wash the face. Like, yo, you know the game. It's either you going to play or you ain't. It's either you going to play or you ain't, yo. And if you play, yo, when you play a dirty game, like Diddy played the dirty game, you got to expect to get dirty sometimes, yo. It happens. It happens. My problem with the Diddy shit is the shit that the media is doing. They ain't got to pile on. They already doing them dirty. Let them fight. But with these people, they knew what they was doing. You knew what you went to that party for, shorty, or a guy. You know, I think this is a guy lawsuit. You knew what you was doing, man. You was trying to get closer to fame, man. And you was willing to do whatever and jeopardize whatever morals or whatever integrity you had to get there. All right. as well as take advantage of individuals with impunity, thinking the victims would never have any recourse. Combs and his agents, employees, and contractors through these Combs businesses would tell victims, "This is what it takes to be famous. What are you willing to do to become a star and perform this sexual act, or else?" To coerce, cajole, or force the victim into performing a non-sexual act for the gratification of Combs and his cohorts. A non-sexual act. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do it like this, show, because this should be. Members and associates of Combs businesses engaged in and or attempted to engage in, among other activities, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for the purpose of prostitution, coercion. Oh, so they just gonna copy the indictment verbatim. Okay, I got you. So the lawsuits is just it's gonna be like a guideline to what the indictment already say. I think most people knew that. Let's get to what this person is saying. Numerous lawsuits, claims by Cassie Ventura, Combs particularly faced, financed, and used a popular date rape drug, Rufinol, or GHB, to commit heinous non-consensual acts of violence. Okay. Victims, Combs would often secretly use the drug and alcohol beverages served at his parties, typically in seemingly innocent glass of champagne or lemon drop. Partygoers were forced to consume the alcohol beverages. Like, yo, how is he forcing a whole party to drink, man? Like, yo, how is you forcing a whole party to drink? And yo, all right, yo, say you at a party, right? Say you at a party, and the drinks is spiked. I'm talking about a huge party, where this is a party where it's more like a social setting. Everybody talking and, yo, you mean to tell me you ain't know the drinks was spiked? Ain't no, from what, yo, this should be pissing me off, yo, like, yo, cause it just don't make sense to me, yo. It don't make sense to me, yo. Now, one person mentioned in the party that, yeah, you know, the drink spiked. Now, one person. And big as his parties is, we seen some of the pictures. Big as those parties is. And remember, y'all, we ain't talking about free cars. We talking about parties. Either prior to partygoers were forced to consume the alcoholic beverages containing GHB, either prior to entering or while at Combs' party. There were also allegations of Combs dousing victims in lotion or similar body oils, also laced with GBH, so that the drug would be absorbed through the victim's skin and make it easier to take advantage of, exploit, and assault him or her. Yo, do that sound? That sound like that's what they was doing at the party. Like, yo, to me, that sounds like a game. We're gonna put the GBH in a baby oil, and we partying. Like, yo, these are sex parties, y'all. These are drug-fueled sex parties. It happens all the time in the industry. Rock stars do it probably every day of their life. And these people are going there knowing that. They heard the rumors. I'm sure whoever they went with, you know, you got the word, man, these parties be wow. I can't wait to the next one. You know, that's how people be talking. I can't wait to the next one. Alright. Combs' recurrent and pervasive physical abuse took place for multiple decades. His tendencies for violence and sexual assault were well known amongst his colleagues, employees, agents, and businesses. On numerous occasions from at least in or about 1996 and continuing for years, Combs assaulted women and men by striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at them in the kitchen and kicking them. Yo, this is verbatim the lawsuit. The criminal indictment. Same verbiage. Same verbiage is in this is in a criminal indictment. So this is going to history. 1996, Combs found guilty of criminal mischief for threatening a photographer for the New York Post with a gun. 1999, he's arrested on charges of second-degree assault and criminal mischief in connection with assaulting a recording executive. Who's that? Scott Storch. Combs was arrested again the same year for his involvement in a shooting in a nightclub. All right, we know all that. Shit, man. So it's going through some of the people that sued him over the years, try to give it credence. Crystal McKinney and April Lampros sued Combs. Miss McKinney alleged that Combs drugged and sexually assaulted her at his recording studio in 2003, mimicking what has now become a known pattern. Combs promised Miss McKinney to help her with her modeling career in exchange for engagement in sexual conduct with him. Miss Lampros, an intern at Artista Records, which was an owner of Bad Boy, also sued Combs in May 2024 in New York Supreme Superior Court for arguing her on multiple occasions. How does he argue on multiple occasions? Like, yo, how does that happen on multiple occasions? Secretly filming these acts and showing the records to multiple people. Ms. Lampros also alleged that Combs ordered her to take drugs on one occasion before he ordered her. Yo, this is insane, yo. I'm not buying this shit, yo. I'm sorry, yo. I'm not. Now, I'm sure he did some quid pro pro. I'm sure he did that. But this drugging and forcibly, man, I don't know about all that, yo. I don't think he gotta do that. I think these women was willing participants, but their career just ain't blossom. White Paws brought the biggest names, Combs, District, sex trafficking, yeah, it's all the same shit. It's all the same thing. Alright, plaintiff John Doe is a male who resides in Ohio. The city has been left unpelled for anonymity. Defendant Sean Combs is a male who, on information and belief, resides in New York City. Through incarceration in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, on information and belief, at all relevant times, Combs owned and or controlled Bad Boy Entertainment Holdings, Bad Boy Production Holdings, Bad Boy Book Holdings, Bad Boy Records, Bad Boy Entertainment. Alright, we already know all that. The fact that Combs' ownership and titles at the Combs Corporation enable him to commit the unlawful sexual violence against plaintiffs described herein, and or to harass and subsequently intimidate him into silence after the R. Defendant is limited liable company incorporated in Delaware that has a principal place of business at 9255 Sunset Boulevard. Man, where's the shit that the man is a legend, man? What he saying the boy dead to him? Page 10. This ain't telling us nothing. Each corporation. Yeah, this ain't telling. Alright, here go the facts. Alright, so this the Echo guy, y'all. This what Diddy supposedly did to the guy in Echo. This the whole document. In 2008, plaintiff worked as an advisor for Echo Clothing and has been employed by the company for approximately 7 years. Echo Clothing at this time was among the most popular clothing lines in the country In 2008, Combs' Sean John clothing line was also hitting peak popularity. Plaintiff had, in fact, met Combs several times in connection with Combs' development and marketing of Sean John clothing line. Echo and Sean John were competing lines within the clothing industry, both having a large amount of success within the hip-hop community. Moreover, both lines had a relationship with and were carried at the time by Macy's, a well-known department store. In or around May 2008, Plaintiff was in the stockroom at Macy's flagship store at Herald Square in Manhattan when Combs and 3 of his bodyguards entered the stockroom. Plaintiff came upon Combs and his bodyguards at a T-junction in the stockroom where Plaintiff had very little room to maneuver. Combs was flanked by 2 large bodyguards to the left and 1 large bodyguard to the right. Immediately after turning a corner in the stockroom, Plaintiff was hit hard around the base of the neck, possibly with a gun. The blow forced Plaintiff to his hands and knees. As Plaintiff looked up, he saw that each of the bodyguards had guns in their waistband. Plaintiff heard multiple voices calling out things like, "I will kill you." Combs approached Plaintiff while Plaintiff was still on his hands and knees and said, "That's my D." Echo, referring to the clothing line that Plaintiff worked for. Combs threatened forces and took Plaintiff's mouth, proceeded to forcibly, brutally, orally. Combs continued for at least 2 minutes. What the fuck, yo? Yo, this is crazy, yo. Yo, ain't no fucking way, yo. Ain't no way, yo. Ain't no way, yo. No way. While orally arguing Plaintiff, Combs grabbed Plaintiff's hair and made derogatory comments like, "You like that, white boy?" So where was the bodyguards? They just sat back and watched. So they should be able to find these bodyguards as witnesses. They should be able to find these bodyguards as witnesses. After he finished, Combs threw Plaintiff head aside and said words to the effect of, "Shut up or I'll kill you." Combs and his bodyguard began to leave, taunting Plaintiff as they did. Combs proceeded to gather Sean John merchandise from the stockroom. He left the stockroom and headed out to Macy's retail floor, where he began passing out merchandise to an adoring crowd as if nothing had happened. In shock and traumatized, Plaintiff gathered himself and went to Macy's security to report the assault. By this point, I think they might have beat him up. I don't know if they did all that extra shit. I think he might got a case with Diddy beating him up. They probably did do that. I can see Diddy doing that. Combs and his bodyguards had left the store. Plaintiff was told that someone would speak to him, but no one ever did. Shortly thereafter, Plaintiff stopped letting Plaintiff into the flagship Herald Square store. Approximately 3 weeks later, Terry Lundgren, CEO of Macy's, pressured Echo executive to fire Plaintiff because Macy's had just signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Sean John Clothing. Echo thereafter terminated Plaintiff from employment, and Plaintiff was told he could no longer live in his company-paid apartment. Plaintiff is informed and believes that the reports of the assault was destroyed or otherwise purged from Macy's records, and no action was ever taken as a result of the report. So he ain't called the police, he just told Macy's. This man just basically pistol whipped you and did the fucking wildest thing imaginable to you. And all you did was tell Macy's security. Fuck out of here. Plaintiff had to move out of New York. Plaintiff still fears for his life as a result of the incident and the threats made against him on that day, including the fact that Plaintiff was known to Combs by way of work in his rival clothing company, Echo. Man, get the fuck out of here. I ain't buying. Yo, did y'all hear that, y'all? Ain't no fucking way. He did all that to you, yo. And you ain't call the police. He did all that stuff to you, bro. The man said he basically, man, I don't even want to repeat what y'all saying the words. He did all that to you, yo. All of that. And all this guy did was contact Macy Security. Shit. He a goddamn fool. Should have sued his ass back then. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh, she sent me. Just the same thing. It's the same thing. Hold on, y'all. Defendant. Hit that like button, y'all. But yeah, yo, see, I'm going back to my phone tomorrow, y'all. Like, I don't know what it is, y'all. When I do my videos like this, I don't know what it is, y'all. They don't show me the same. They don't show me the same motherfucking support. Like, I don't know. This shit be crazy. So now when people come in like, yo, are you doing a video with the phone? Motherfuckers be like, man, cuz they don't send nobody in that bitch. I ain't even gotta say nothing. What's this? Alright, so this is a different lawsuit right here. Oh no, that's the Kanye lawsuit. We already looked at this, didn't we? Didn't we look at this already? Yeah, we already looked at that. Alright, so that's the law, man. I'm not buying that shit, yo. Let's see what the fuck Law and Crime talking about. I know they probably got a whole bunch to say. Trip out these motherfuckers for a minute. Man, that's what they do, Hex. It's a dirty. They play dirty, man. It's a dirty game, man. It's a dirty game. Diddy's accused of assaulting a 16-year-old. It's just crazy how they can use the media, y'all.
How to buy a
and the
NASDAQ
media.
futures contract in less than a minute. Simply open the Plus 500 app. Log into your account.
The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward.
A Texas lawyer promised that more than 100 lawsuits were coming down the pike for Sean Diddy Combs, and now he is starting to fulfill that promise. Tony Busby filed several complaints on behalf of 6 alleged Diddy victims on Monday, and the victim in one of those suits says he was just 16 years old when he claims he was groped during one of Diddy's infamous white parties. We've got the latest on these new disturbing allegations of sexual assault. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. Jesse Weber. As 54-year-old Sean Diddy Combs sits behind bars in Brooklyn, New York on federal sex crimes charges, people from all over the country have been reaching out to Texas attorney Tony Busby to put their claims against the rapper on the record. Now, at the beginning of this month, Busby announced that his firm had gotten thousands of phone calls with stories of sexual assault and mistreatment, and that he vetted more than 100 cases that they believed they could take to civil court. Now, during his news conference, Busby emphasized that Combs' alleged victim pool was vast, covering different ages and genders and races and locations.
You should know, in this group,
Yo, like, yo, they literally trying to use Diddy, y'all, for shit that motherfuckers been doing. Make him a scapegoat for what's been going on in the industry for decades, what's been allowed to go on, what's been known to go on for decades. No, yo, that's come on, y'all. We ain't gonna do that. If they're not willing to clean up the whole industry, y'all, don't just be singling motherfuckers out and say you are the catalyst. No, man, get everybody. Get everybody. Like, yo, because all right. If all these, let's say these things is true, what is taking Diddy out the equation going to solve? It ain't going to stop the culture. It ain't going to stop the climate. They still going to operate like this. So it's like, yo, what is this really about? At that rate, what is this really about? If they not wiping the slate clean, if they not getting everybody, what is this about? Like, yo, that's the shit that's bothering me. Like, yo, I'm with cleaning it up, y'all. Cause you shouldn't be using your power and exerting your power over another person with promises of career advancement. I think that's fucked up. But don't just take Diddy out the bunch of 1,000 and make him the face of it. Meanwhile, it's still going on in the background. Man, hell no.
Divided between males and females. There's 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white. Most of these events,
The link in the description to download Upside or scan the QR code up. Sex trafficking, transportation to engage. But here's the thing, prosecutors aren't the only ones making allegations against Combs, because we know that Combs was already facing a whole slew of civil lawsuits prior to this week, with a civil action that was filed by his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura in November of 2023. We believe that was the lawsuit that really kicked everything into high gear, all the lawsuits, ultimately the criminal charges. And remember, Ventura claimed that during her on-again, off-again relationship with Combs, he forced her to partake in these freak-offs to the point that everybody would need an IV drip to recover. Now, during his news conference, going back to attorney Tony Busby, he said to the public and the media, you should expect the first of more than 100 new civil lawsuits to be filed against Combs in the next 30 days. But what happened? The first 6 came much sooner than that. Now, as a note, Combs is adamant.
I think these are the strongest lawsuits. I think he presented his strongest lawsuits first. So if these sound like this, I can just imagine what the rest of them sound like. It sounds like they all gonna be centered around the lines of drugging. He putting things in liquor. Yo, the man said he was putting GBH in baby oil and throwing it on people. Yo, that might be the way to party, y'all. Like, for real, I ain't even really interested in watching none of that no more of that shit. For real, because I'm mad as a motherfucker how YouTube plays with my views when I go live from my computer. So, yo, we not even gonna keep this live going long, y'all. Because that's why now people know, for people that was wondering, why you go live with your phone. Look, this is the reason why. You feel me? I don't know what it is against me. They send other people traffic when they use their streaming services and shit like that. But with me, they do not. They do not. Like, I don't know why. I can't explain it. I would have to take that shit up with YouTube. But we be back tomorrow live, yo, back on the phone. You feel me? And shit, I appreciate everybody that tapped in, y'all. Really about what it is. It's another day of KBG News. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. You'll become members of the channel if you can. And it's another day of KBG News. And I'm out.